Flying Ant Day, when thousands of winged ants take to the sky and people overreact on social media about it. Flying Ant Day is nothing to fear though, as flying ants are completely harmless, and in fact, it is something that you should love. Like their honeybee and bumblebee cousins, ants are eusocial insects, meaning they live together in groups, and each ant has a specific role based on their caste. A colony has a single queen responsible for laying eggs, with female workers who are responsible for raising the young, foraging for food, and protecting the nest. Some species of ant even have worker subcastes, such as enlarged soldier workers who defend the nest, or storage workers that hold nectar in their swollen abdomens. As ant colonies mature, they grow bigger and bigger, potentially having tens of thousands of workers. However, a colony can only get so large, and eventually it will begin to produce new virgin queens and male drones. This is where flying ants come in, and a colony will produce these in large numbers to ensure some survive predation. The new queens and males are the only ants that have wings, and they use these to leave their nest, enter the big wide world, and to try to mate with flying ants from other colonies. This is known as the nuptial flight. During this, the queen ants release pheromones which attract multiple males that she will mate with. The males die shortly after this, but for the queen, this is just the beginning. She stores millions of their sperm in a structure called a spermatheca, which she will use across her lifespan. This can be for many years, with queen black garden ants being known to live to almost 30 years old. Now that she has mated, she will begin to look for a place to start a new colony. As she no longer needs them, she rips off her own wings, and then begins to walk along the ground looking for somewhere to nest. The queen will dig an underground chamber in moist soil, where she lays her first clutch of eggs. Here is a photo from a captive, newly mated black garden queen ant, who has laid her first set of eggs. These eggs then develop into the first worker ants, who are far smaller than the queen. This is the start of a new ant colony, and across its lifetime, it will produce many generations of new flying queens and males. So to recap, flying ants are winged reproductive ants who take to the skies to have sex and produce new colonies. But is Flying Ant Day even a specific thing? And if so, how do all the ants from different colonies know to leave their nest at the same time? The answer is that there isn't actually one single Flying Ant Day. Rather, that flying ants will leave their nest across a range of days whenever weather conditions are right. Temperature and humidity are the main factors that trigger this, and ants also won't fly when it is too windy or raining. In the UK, flying ants tend to leave their nest in July or August, but it can be anywhere between June and September. A Royal Society of Biology study found that flying ants emerge once the weather is warmer than 13 degrees Celsius, with hotter days over 25 degrees being the best. Flying ants can therefore be found swarming on many days throughout summer, and the time will vary based on location. Urban areas often experience flying ants earlier due to the urban heat island effect. So why should we love flying ants? Well, firstly, because of how amazing ants are. Ants are ecosystem engineers, acting as decomposers, pollinators, seed dispersers, predators, and prey. And their colonies and tunnels also help aerate, oxygenate, and improve soils. Ants are also capable of incredible feats. They farm aphids, drinking their sap and protecting them from predators. They are capable of working together to solve problems, and some ants are able to shoot acid from their abdomens. But there is a second reason why you should love flying ants, because it is one of the natural world's great spectacles. People flock to see migrating butterflies and herds of wildebeest, and I imagine if thousands of lions grew wings and took to the skies to mate, people, after getting over the shock and fear of it all, would watch in wonder. I don't think it's any different just because these creatures have 6 legs and are very small. Yes, sometimes ants can be annoying, but they are only going about their tiny lives just as we are. So this Flying Ant Day, step outside and marvel at the sick spectacle of these magnificent ecological engineers. But maybe remember to keep your mouth closed.